Do you want to be known as the guy who watches YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video, but his bank balance still stays the exact same by the end of this year? You want to be the guy who, mentions all his goals to his friends and family, but by the end of the year, he's still broke? Or do you want to be the guy who actually takes action, maybe still, mentions his goals here and there, tells people, what his dreams and aspirations are, but actually executes on it? So he's actually a man of his word. So I assume you want to be the latter guy and not the former guy, because no one wants to be the former guy who just says all this stuff, but actually doesn't do anything. Okay, so, I know you all have good intentions. You're watching YouTube videos. You want to improve your life, want to make money, want to provide for your future family or current family. And you want to actually be like this provider role and actually be the guy who makes money. And as you may know, success leaves clues. So like I, for example, study these successful people every single day. That's all I do is just consume consciously though. So I consume consciously and I adopt the habits of these successful people. And I can tell you, I've consumed hours of content, listened to, I don't even know how many podcasts, read a lot of books, and I can tell you, and I've also made some decent money for my age in South Africa, which is you don't hear that often, okay? It's not to brag, it's just to show that it's actually possible. So with this video, I want to explain exactly the habits you can follow and the productivity stuff I use to actually make success inevitable, and just it's effortless, basically, okay? So here are the 7 productivity hacks that made me a millionaire in South Africa. Okay, and it's a cool title. Okay, I don't know what's a millionaire in South Africa. Sorry for the actual fan in the background. It's extremely hot up here. But anyway, so millionaire. I mean, I've made like well over $1 million in South African rand in the last 3 months. So like that's pretty decent results, right? I hope so. And I'm like, this is not the end goal, obviously. This is just some results so you can actually listen to what I have to say in this video. So if you want to make $1 million in the next 3 months, you better, actually take some notes. But my goal is to make this. So this is me actually saying this publicly. My goal is to make this like every 2 weeks. Okay, so that's the goal by the end of this year. And so that also keeps me accountable. But you don't want to be the guy who just says these goals and has these big aspirations, but by the end of the year they have nothing to show for it. That's a no-no, okay? You don't do that. Okay, so this is just some results, nothing to brag, anything like that, just some social proof or whatever, okay? So we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act but a habit. So success and making money and excellence, it's not like there's one-time thing that like, boom, overnight, you just made some money. It's like, it's a habit, it's consistency, it's the compounding effect, it's the accumulative knowledge that you acquire through the years, okay? So talking about habits, here are my top 7, okay? So let's get into it. I want to actually, block these out because you need to focus. That's actually one of them, okay? So fitness. So this has nothing to do with making money. You're like, what is this guy saying? As I mentioned, I've made some decent money in the last 3 months. So like, if you want to make that money, if you're making more, you can click off the video. I don't mind at all. But I just want to help the people who are, jumping from business model to business model, don't know quite what they want to do, don't know how exactly, the things work in the online space. And so, me mentioning fitness, you're like, what on earth? But let me explain. Health is your foundation of your life. It's like the absolute foundation, first step. If you don't have your health dialed in, how on earth are you going to make money? If you can't, discipline yourself to not get a donut when you drive past McDonald's, how are you going to discipline yourself to do the work every single day? So it's like how you do one thing is how you do everything, and how you do everything is how you do one thing. So if you are disciplined in your work, you will be disciplined in all areas of life. So you're not a disciplined guy or woman when you can just, are disciplined in the gym, but with your diet and your work and your studies or whatever, you're not disciplined. You're not a disciplined guy. That doesn't work like that. Okay? You just like going to the gym. You're not disciplined. Okay? So a healthy body equals a healthy mind. And as you know, you need to have a healthy, sharp, dialed in mind when it comes to business. Okay? Most people sacrifice their health for wealth. That's supposed to be wealth. Just to sacrifice their wealth for health. So don't be stupid, okay? And you will actually make more money in the short term when you sacrifice your health because you save time. Maybe like that 2 hours that you go to the gym, go for your walk, whatever, you have more time to focus on your business. Great. You'll make more money, but now what? Give it 3 months. Now you have this foggy mind. You can't quite focus. Now you have to sacrifice your wealth, aka your business, to improve your health again. It's like, why are you doing this? Just do this slowly. Why is there a rush? Why? I would suggest like rush to make like $10,000 to $15,000 a month. And after that, it's like just better every single day. Okay? It's just the way to go. So it helps with confidence, like your fitness and your physique. It just does. Okay? It helps with your confidence, and confidence is key. So like it can be the exact same guy walking in a business conference. The one guy's jacked, massive arms, and the one guy's skinny or like extremely obese. Exact same skills, exact same everything. You would choose the fit guy every single day of the week. Don't ask me why. It's just common sense. Okay, so just get jacked. Okay, it's instant respect. So like you can instantly see someone is disciplined by how they look. It's like the ultimate status symbol. Although I'm not like what's the word? I can't think of the word. Anyway, it's like I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. It's just like common sense. Come on. It's like if you're this jacked guy and you also, walk into a business room, you would choose him every single day of the week. Okay? It's just how it is. So if you want to make more money, get jacked. Okay? It's just as easy as that. Okay, next one. Visualization. So this is a weird one. Another weird one. So you won't take action that is misaligned with your beliefs. Okay, so this is very important. So everything in your life is downstream from your identity. So who you think you are. Okay, and if you want to get deeply spiritual, you're not really anyone. It's just like a combination of beliefs in the past. Okay, and in order to, it goes like this. It's your programming, which is like a sequence. Okay, I'm going to explain it to you right now. Programming, which leads to your thoughts, which leads to your feelings, which leads to your beliefs, which leads to your actions, which leads to your results, which leads to your feedback, and the feedback obviously goes back into your programming. So that's the sequence, okay? And you need to inject at the programming stage. So like you need to brainwash yourself, literally. You need to delude yourself into thinking you already made it, okay? And you shouldn't be cocky. You shouldn't be, this arrogant guy. Just confidence. Confidence is calm. Okay, confidence isn't loud. Okay, so you need to program yourself, and when you program yourself, your brain basically, and delude yourself and brainwash yourself in a positive way, obviously. So that's why you need to be conscious of what you consume online. Okay, so programming, which leads to your thoughts, what you constantly think about, leads to your feelings. That will obviously spark an emotion, and that emotion solidifies a belief. And through that belief, you will take actions that are aligned with your beliefs. You will never take actions that are misaligned with your beliefs. Like I would never, for example, become obese. Never in my entire life. Okay? And it's just because I don't see myself as an obese guy. Like the easiest way to, get in shape is to see yourself as an athlete or as like a biohacker or something like that. You have to have this identity. Like you have to see yourself as a millionaire. Because like then you will take actions that are aligned to being a millionaire. Okay? Hopefully that explained well. Everything is downstream from your identity. So if you think you are a millionaire, you will only take actions that are aligned with being a millionaire. And if you take the actions, that will lead to the results of being a millionaire, which will lead to the feedback, which will then go back into the programming. You program yourself to be a millionaire. That's why I say it's so important to have this self-transcendence workbook, or like something you look at your goals and who you want to become, because then you slowly over time, you start to become this person, and then you take actions that are aligned with this person, and then you become him, because it just over time it happens. Okay, you have to be delusional with your beliefs. You literally haven't done it yet. Like when I first started out, my goal was to make $10,000-$20,000 a month, right? And I was completely delusional, especially in South Africa, because that's like top 0.01% of South Africa. Like top 1% makes like $100,000 a year, which is literally nothing, which is crazy. And that's top 1% of like adults. So it's kind of crazy. But you have to be delusional because you literally haven't done it yet. And it's this crazy goal that no one's ever done. You're this young kid who just dropped out of college. What are you doing? Yeah, and then I just deluded myself and it might have made it happen. So getting to $10,000 a month is discipline and paradigm shifting. So discipline, that's why I said fitness is important, because everything is downstream. How you do one thing is how you do everything. How you do everything is how you do one thing. So if you're disciplined in the gym, you are most likely going to be disciplined, in other areas of life. So, and if you're not actually disciplined in the gym. You just like going to the gym. Okay, that's one thing I've noticed. So discipline, you already know what that is, and paradigm shifting. So that's essentially your beliefs and how you see the world, how you see money. There's $3 billion going through the Forex exchange market every single day. 3 billion. There's more, like, scarcity and money is like completely the opposite. It's like, it's the complete opposite. So if you have a scarcity mindset, it's like saying, I don't know, water is solid. Like, it's like the complete opposite. It's literally not a solid. So like scarcity, like money, there's so much. It's like, there's a lot. Okay. Anyway, that's how you need to, think about money. Okay. The next one, just going to do this. Reading. Okay. If you're not reading, I don't know what you're doing. I try and read like an hour and a half every single day. Okay. That's just putting it out there. So you can read books from millionaires that teach you how to make money. You can read books from millionaires that teach you how to make money. That's insane. You can read books from billionaires like Poor Charlie's Almanac. You can read that. Multi-billionaire, rest in peace to a legend. You can read that book and learn what he has done through the years. And he gives you advice in you can read it in like 5 hours. I'm not sure how long the book is, but like on average 3 to 5 hours. Bro, that's insane. Why aren't you reading? Okay. 1 hour before bed, it reduces stress and sets you up for success. I like that. It reduces stress and sets you up for success. I like that. So 1 hour before bed, you don't want to be on your phone. You don't want to be exposed to blue light. So just, I use a Kindle, so it doesn't have like the blue light stuff. And I also have these cool glasses. You can see the purple. It's like the blue light stuff. It blocks it. Because if you are exposed to the blue light before bed, your body thinks that it's still like daylight. So it doesn't release the, why did I say serotonin? It's like melatonin, I think that's the word, which obviously doesn't allow you to sleep as well. I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but that's just what I've read. So I can't articulate it as well, but I just know 1 hour before bed, just block out blue light. I just feel much better in the morning as well. I've tested it, okay? So it improves your discipline and focus, because like in such a distracted world where everything wants your attention, reading, where it's rather slow, it's not like, that's why I think it's so important as well, because like you have to be focused. I still have like this inclination to check Instagram because it's an instant dopamine hit without much effort. Like in just Instagram, boom, let's go. Dopamine, let's go. But like with a book, it's like 2 minutes or 1 minute for a page. But like on Instagram, you can refresh every single second. Dopamine hit. So easy, so fun. But like with reading, it's the slow process, and everything in life is slow. Like success doesn't come fast. Or like rather fast. It obviously depends on what your definition of success is. But if you want to make $10,000 a month, you can do that in like 12 months, which is rather quick. But everything like ultimate success and like real like big goals takes like years, 10 years, 7 years, 5 years, 5 to 10 years. Okay. And in order to cultivate that, you need to focus, and then reading also helps with that, because you have to take it slow. And the knowledge compounds. Like most people, they see a book is like, let's say $50, $50, whatever. And it's like, whoa, this is way too expensive. And then after I read the book, I'm not going to make money. But like the knowledge compounds, like every book compounds on each other. Like give it 5 years, you are like an expert. You know so much more, because like the knowledge just compounds on each other. Like the compounding effect is crazy. So wealth is a byproduct of knowledge. Naval Ravikant. I've read his book, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. I want to read it again. He's extremely smart. smart guy. So wealth is a byproduct of knowledge. So the more you know, the more you'll make. Okay, you don't know you're not making any money because you don't know how to make money. Okay, and you do that through reading and experience. Okay, so yeah, reading is very cool. I like it, and you should definitely incorporate it in your routine. Okay, so for me, for example, in the morning, I watch the sunrise, like 20 minutes or so. Then I read a book, and then I go for So that's in the morning, and then I do my deep work block for like 4 hours, and then I eat my first meal, and then I go for a walk in the sun, and after that I read for like 30 minutes in the sun again, so I get about like an hour of sun. I don't use sunscreen, that's not good for you. So an hour of sun every single day, very good for you. And then I read as well, as I mentioned, 30 minutes, and then before I sleep another like 45 minutes or so, 40 minutes. So yeah, it's more than enough. So focus, and obviously if I have some spare time I also read. So focus. In a world filled with distractions, focus is your rebellion, okay? So like, as you know, with social media, everything is trying to get your attention. My phone is on do not disturb, airplane mode. No one can get me. I don't have any notifications on. My WhatsApp doesn't have notifications. I don't have any red, like single, red, that red digit on like WhatsApp, like the 1, 2 messages, stuff like that. I don't have anything like that. My phone is clean. Like the Instagram, I don't have any notifications on, and no one can get me. So yeah, that's how seriously I take it. Okay, so like distractions will literally be your worst enemy. Okay, shiny object syndrome is keeping you broke. Why do I spell your every single time? I look dumb. Anyway, so like shiny object syndrome is basically where you hop from business model to business model to business model, because you see someone making money in that area, but the only way to make money is to stay in a single business model for a long period of time. Like the best business model is the one, this is very important. The best business model is the one you can stick to for 2, 3, 5 years. That's the best business model. Everyone's asking, what's the best one? What's the best business model? But like, just stick to one for 5 years and you'll see success. Easy as that. So shiny object syndrome, don't fall for it, okay? It's keeping you broke. Focus over long periods of time, build wealth, okay? So like, that's what I mentioned. If you focus on one business model for 3 to 5 years, you will see success, okay? The reason you're not is because you're building surface level knowledge on all these business models. You're getting 20%. You're getting surface level knowledge on dropshipping, surface level knowledge on trading, surface level knowledge on affiliate marketing. You're getting the surface level stuff. But to build wealth and to acquire riches, you need deep knowledge. One business model for a long period of time, not a lot of business models for a short period of time. And that's what most people are doing. That's what I also did. That's what I know. So the best way to stay focused is to remove distractions. Like when you pick up your phone, like it actually showcases the thing, right? But mine doesn't. Like I actually have to click the button, you see? So like it doesn't open. And I don't have any notifications on, like no one can get me. So that's how I know by removing distractions, that's how you stay focused. You can't increase focus. Like I don't know how to do that. You can do like the coffee, maybe some nicotine, stuff like that. But like the best way is just to remove distractions. And multitasking is such a scam. You can't do it because every time you switch tasks, there's time that elapses to actually enter that deep work focus state again. Like let's say, for example, you're doing deep work, you're doing like writing an email, let's just say for example, or writing some tweets. But then you answer some emails in between, or you do something else. You answer someone on Slack. You message your team members, whatever. That's taking, every time you switch tasks, there's like a minute or so that elapses to actually focus on the tasks or on the task you're working on to get that same level of focus. All right. So just stay focused on one. Just this video, like me right now, it will just help a ton, okay? And I believe this is the last one. No, there's another one. Okay, so consistency. I'm just gonna touch on this one. Like consistency, knowledge, money, everything compounds. So consistency is like the name of the game. If you can just stay consistent in one area, it will just like the first 2 years, it's like flat line, maybe a slight increase. 3, 5 years, it's like that. It's literally like that. It's like the story of the bamboo, where you plant a bamboo and it's like see no growth. It stays under the ground for like 3 years. I'm not quite sure. And then after 3 years, it's like boom, explodes. That's entrepreneurship. You don't see results for 2 years. Like, what is this guy doing? Wasting your time. Boom. How do you do that? It's just how it happens. Okay. Motivation will get you started. Discipline will keep you going. Consistency will get you winning. Okay. Consistency is the name of the game. So I would choose consistency over intensity every single day of the year. It doesn't help if you work like 18 hours for one day, right? And then the next day or the next 3 days you take off and you're burnt out because you worked so hard. I would rather work, let's say, 10 hours a day for 6 days a week than like 20 hours for 2 days. Like, just stay consistent with what you're doing. Focus on a specific business model, acquire knowledge, execute it, get feedback from the marketplace, and you just figure it out. Okay? All your goals have latency, so stay consistent. Latency is essentially where the time that elapses from input to output. So input is the work you're putting in, you're sending the emails, doing the sales calls, doing the cold calls, doing the service delivery, all that. And this is just with the agency, for example. And then the output is money or like client results, okay? And there's latency with it. So most people they want that instant gratification. So like they have this input, sending the emails. A week later, they're like, where's my responses? Why I'm not signing clients? Why aren't they responding? Like, give it time. There's latency. Latency is the time. There's a time elapse from input to output. And then people change the input because they're not seeing the results. But actually, you need to just wait for time. That's the ingredient that a lot of people leave out, is time. Time is extremely... You need to see time as an asset. But most people, time is a liability. You need to see it as an asset. If you put in the right action, over time it like compounds. But also if you do the wrong things, wrong habits, bad stuff, over time it goes like that, and you go like that. So there's this thing called like I don't know if there's a term for it, but like at the age of 26 for males, the people or the men who work on themselves just explode, and the men who don't, it just goes downhill. So like there's this at 26 usually that's where it is. It's like this massive gap, like the bad habits, the good habits, and like that gap is insane to fill because like you need to change the entire trajectory. Okay, so just start small and just compounding effect. 30 minutes of reading every single day, 30 minutes of sun every single day, eat healthy, go to the gym, do the work, and over time it'll just explode. Okay, so rationality. So emotions in business will keep you weak. Iman Gaji. Okay, he said this thing in a YouTube video, like if you have rose tinted glasses and you see things just with your emotions in business, okay, and like your personal life, emotions are obviously important. You don't want to be this robotic guy, but sometimes it's difficult to switch off. So I know the struggle, but like in business you need to be like basically emotionless. And when it comes to hiring people, firing people, it's nothing personal. Okay, so make decisions of data or data. Which one is it, data or data? I don't know. Not emotions. Okay, emotions. It's just like that's what I said here with latency. Like people change the input so quickly because they're emotional. They're like, I'm not getting the output I want, but like they forgot to take time. You forgot about time, like the most important metric. So just give it time. Okay. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just nothing. Okay. Especially when you have like using the scientific method, time needs to elapse. Okay. Rationality will keep you closer to reality. Okay. And you want to see things for what they are and not for the rose tinted glasses type thing. You don't want to see just the positive side of things. You need to see reality. You need to see the truth, and sometimes that hurts, but you need to see the truth. Okay, so there's a time and place for creativity, right? In business, obviously, when you are coming up with a new idea or something like that, there's obviously a time and place for that. Okay, but most of the time you need to make rational decisions and see reality for what it is. Okay, I think this is the final one. Okay, routine, very, very important. Routine leaves no room for emotions. Okay, if you have a routine, you know exactly what you need to do every single day. So there's nothing like, oh, I don't feel like, what must I do? I'm not sure what to do. I'm just gonna watch Netflix the entire day because I don't know what to do. But routine leaves no room for emotions. 7 a.m. is this, 8 a.m. is this, 9 a.m. is this, 10 a.m. is this. I don't have time for emotions. I don't have time to think. I just do. Okay, but obviously I leave time to think when I take off. Like 7 or 8 p.m. I shut down, and then I have time to think and actually leave my mind open for creativity. But like from there, it's just like execute. Okay, you don't have to think, only execute. That's what I mentioned with routine. You don't have to think about what to do because it's already there, step by step. A routine plus consistency is absolutely lethal. Like a solid routine that moves the needle and has the specific tasks that actually get you to your goal, plus consistency over the long term, is just unstoppable. Okay, so write out your daily tasks the night before. Okay, and the people who do this, I can guarantee they'll see results faster because you are actually doing the things that move the needle and get you closer to your goal. So write down the task the night before, and also ruminates your subconscious mind. Then you know when you wake up, okay, I know what to do because you already wrote it down the night before. Okay, so don't be busy, be productive. A lot of people, they just do stuff, and then at the end of the day they feel productive, but actually they just wrote some emails. Okay, so like you actually need to do things that move the needle, and when you're starting out, it's literally just doing cold outreach, reaching out to people. That's basically all. If you're not reaching out to people with your offer, what are you doing? You need to send emails, send DMs, get better at them, improve your strategies, use a scientific method, make some changes, and then over time, you'll just get good, okay? And you'll just figure it out. If you really want it, you will figure it out, okay? And if you don't, you'll just find an excuse, okay? So yeah, that's basically the 7 habits that I implemented to make well over $1 million in the previous 3 months. And as I mentioned, I want to make that every 2 weeks. Okay. So yeah, I know I'll hit that goal, but I set the target for, at the end of this year. So we'll see. But I don't really mind because like, what does it matter if I hit it by December or like next year, March? It doesn't really matter. Or maybe in 6 months. I just know I will hit it over time because I know the actions I need to take, and then I just execute on them. And over time, it's just gonna happen, okay? And another thing I like to mention is like, I know it already happened. Time just has to catch up. Like I already achieved all my goals. Time just has to catch up. So like I'm just a bit ahead of time, okay? So yeah, that's like a cool analogy I use. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. It's a rather long one. I forgot. It's like 7 productivity stuff. So it's quite a lot. But hopefully you got some few ideas, took a few notes. I don't take any notes on the YouTube video, so I won't be angry if you haven't. But like hopefully you just understood how my philosophy works and how I actually organize my day, and hopefully you can use that in your routine or whatever to help you achieve success in whatever you're doing. So I hope you enjoyed this one. See you on Thursdays. No, today's Thursday. I don't know. I always like works. I don't know what day it is, but anyway, see you on Tuesday's video. So bye bye.